Happy Friday. Christmas is just over a week away, and I've been enjoying actually this week listening to Christmas songs. Um, I'm freshly in love with Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You," and so I'm working on learning all the words, which if it's not that complicated a song, should be done in no time. I just invite you to know my husband is not enjoying listening to me learning the words, and then later on when I sing it for him in its entirety, he won't enjoy that either. So just remember, relationships are compromise, and we watch a lot of basketball in my house, which is not my thing, but I'm having fun with that. I also want to go on the record as stating that I like the Little Drummer Boy song. People have competitions to try and avoid hearing it and then say when they're out. Because, if you aren't familiar with that, just because the idea of a baby enjoying or appreciating or not being woken up by drum sounds um, doesn't strike people the right way. But of course, the spirit of the song is that whatever you have to offer is a beautiful gift. So I love that song. I love a very similarly themed song from Garth Brooks called "The Gift" about the first Nightingale song. I love that. So try to make sure I hear it each December at least once. The problem with Christmas songs, of course, is that hearing them over and over makes you start to dread them. And the older you get, the more you've heard these songs, right? So, like, I'm good to hear probably everything once every December, and then I start to get tired of it. So, I have a recommendation. What starts to be fun is listening to things you haven't heard before. And some of you may be familiar with, but it's new to me and was suggested by friends, is Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings have an album. It's a holiday soul party, which is fun and funky. And so I'm enjoying listening to that. Mostly, I think mostly appropriate for families, but I'll give you a content warning. There's a song called Big Bulbs, which isn't, the lyrics themselves aren't vulgar or anything like that. They're about big bulbs flashing in the window. So that one may be a little PG-13, but everything else I think is pretty familiar. And if you're worried about that, I haven't listened to all of the lyrics very closely, so you can pay attention if you have a multi-generational home. But otherwise, enjoy. It's a lot of fun, different, and yeah, spirit lifting. I hope that whatever you do in the coming week, that you find times and ways to lift your spirit, find what enlivens you, what makes you makes everything a little lighter. I know lots of you are carrying a lot this December, so you're always in my thoughts, and hugs to everybody. I want to make sure you know that there is a winter solstice spiral walk at Chalice Wednesday. I think the start time is 3:30. You should check church communications. The sun sets at 4:45, so the event is not meant to end before sunset, but it starts a little before and it goes goes after. So that's headed up by our Green Sanctuary team and Joel Roney especially. So if you want to help with that event, I think there's a potluck. I'm not a very reliable source of church news, but that's why we send out emails. So check on that. Should be it's outdoors. The spiral walk is outdoors, so great for spend a few hours in the middle of the week with other families observing the shortest day of the year. So I hope you're all doing well. I love you and hope to see you on Sunday or at the solstice spiral walk or Christmas Eve or Christmas breakfast. I hope to see you sometime in the next week or so. All my love.